So this is test for topic 1.1 to 1.8. I will discuss each question. Quickly, I will go through each question. And if you want me to repeat any question, you can just let me know. You can use your mic or a chat for any question you want me to repeat. The first one, a measuring cylinder contains some water. So initially, what is the volume of a stone? So this initial volume is 50, 60, 70, and 75. And this is 100, 110, 120, and 120.
125.
So to get, it will be 125 minus 75. So we'll get 50 cm3 because we need a volume of a stone. So this is a volume of a liquid, water, and this is the volume of a water and stone. So when we subtract, we'll get the volume of stone. The graph represents the movement of a body accelerating from rest. Look, whenever you have a speed time graph, the area under the graph will give us the distance traveled. This whole area under the graph will show us how much the distance traveled by the object. So that is because it is making a triangle, so it will be half base into height. So that is half base is 5 and height is 10. So when I simplify this, it will come out as 25 meter. If it was a horizontal line, like if there was a same graph, but if it was a horizontal line, as you can see here, so then area under the graph, it will be a rectangle. In area of a rectangle, it will be length into width. So it will be 10 multiplied by 5, which will be equal to 50. But because it's a triangle, so it's half base into height. Then a child is standing on a platform of a station watching a train. A train travels with a speed of 30 meters per second in 3 seconds. We want the length or the distance. So whenever there is a constant speed, the formula speed is distance divided by time. So distance is speed multiplied by time. So 30 multiplied by 3, which is equals to 90. Below are 4 statements about the effect of the force. 3 statements are correct. Which statement is incorrect? A force can change the length of an object. That is true. A force can change the mass of an object. That is wrong. Like when we apply the force, because amount of matter cannot be changed. We can change the distribution of the matter, but amount of the matter cannot be changed by the force.
So, Mr. It's B, yes?
Yeah, it is B.
Yes, okay.
A simple balance is there, which is having 2 pans suspended from ends equal length. Which combination of a mass could be used to balance? Like we should have an equal amount of a mass on right and left hand side. So if I select option B, in option B, you can see 1, 2, 2, and 5. So if I add 1 gram here, 2 gram here, and 2 grams, so total mass will be 5.
So it will be 5.
And if I place 5 gram on the other side, so the balance will be there. Then a person measure the length, width, height, and a mass of a rectangular block. Which of these measurements are needed in order to calculate density? Density is mass present in a unit volume. So we need the mass and how to get the volume of a rectangular block.
Volume, length by width by height.
So we have to we need all of them. So length, width, height multiplied by mass will get the total volume. And mass divided by volume will get the density. 2 forces act on the object, in which situation it is impossible to be in equilibrium. Equilibrium means there should be no resultant force. That is the condition. No resultant force should be there, and there should be no resultant moment or turning effect. So if 2 forces acting in the same direction, like we have an object and 2 forces are acting in the same direction, so their result can never be 0. because no resultant force means the result of the force should be zero. If I say a force of 3 Newton and a force of another force 3 Newton, both are acting in the same direction. So that is impossible that their result will be zero. Their result will always have some value, but it cannot be zero. That's why A is the right answer for this.
Alhamdulillah, Mr. I was doubting about this answer.
Then the diagram shows the four models. Question 7. Question 7 is, in which situation it is impossible for object to be in equilibrium? When object is in equilibrium, there is no resultant force, there should be no resultant moment. So the result of the force should be zero for object to be in equilibrium. But which condition it is impossible? Not possible that the result is zero. So when two forces act in the same direction, like there is an object, a force of say 10 Newton and another force also 10 Newton, but both are acting in the same direction. So the result of this can never be zero. If the result is not zero, it means it is impossible that this object is in equilibrium or balanced. Is it clear, Abdullah? Okay, the diagram shows four models of buses placed on different ramps. How many of these models will fall over? So when we draw a line for a weight, if weight is passing through the base, it will be stable. So this will be stable. It will not topple or fall over. When we draw a line perpendicular, the weight which is acting downward, weight again, it is passing through the base. So this will also be stable. Stable means it will not fall over. When we draw a line which represent the weight, that is also passing through a base. So this will also be stable. For this one, when we draw the line, it is not passing through the base. So this bus will be unstable. Unstable means this bus will topple or it will fall over. The question was, how many of these models will fall over? Only one model will fall over, remaining will remain, rest of them will remain stable. So when they ask which model will fall over, basically they're asking how many of them are unstable. So only one of the model is unstable, rest all of them are stable. Which form of energy do we receive directly from the sun? We receive light energy. On the sun, there is a nuclear reaction. That nuclear energy produces heat and light. But the question is not how the sun is producing energy. The question is what we receive from the sun. So we receive the light and heat energy. Heat is not given here. So only option is light. In question 10, a laborer on a building site lifts heavy concrete block onto a lorry. Lorry means truck. So there is a worker, he is lifting a heavy block and placing on the truck. He then lifts a light blocks. Now he is lifting a small lighter blocks to the same height, to the same distance on the truck. Which of the following is true? Look, what about the work done? The work done is equals to force multiplied by distance. To lift, first he was lifting a heavy block, but now he is lifting a lighter block. So to lift a heavy block, he has to apply more force. So more work done when he was lifting a heavy block. But now what happened? He is lifting a lighter blocks. So when he is lifting a lighter blocks, the force he's applying is small. So as a result, when the small force is applied, the work done will also decrease. So work done in lifting a block, it will be less for lighter. So either A can be an answer or B can be an answer. Then what about the power? The power depends on work and time. So because he is doing less work, as you can see, if he is lifting a lighter block, so he's doing less work. If the work done decrease, what will happen to power? The power will also decrease. So less power and less work done. So A should be the right answer. In question 11, the diagram shows a thick sheet which edge must be stand for the greatest pressure. So pressure is force acting on unit area. So we should reduce the area to increase the pressure. So which is having the smallest area? B is having the smallest area. So B will exert the highest pressure. The side B will exert the highest pressure as compared to any other sides. This is a manometer. The condition at which time is the gas pressure inside this tank is greatest. So here, when the atmosphere, this right hand side, the atmospheric pressure, this shows that the pressure of the gas is less than pressure of atmosphere. This also shows the pressure of a gas is less than pressure of atmosphere. This shows that the pressure of a gas is equals to pressure of atmosphere, and D shows that the pressure gas exerting more pressure than the atmosphere. So that's why D is the right answer.